Hey, beautiful people. Welcome to On the Scene. I'm your girl, your host, Racheal J. And this is a very, very special show. I'm so honored and I'm so ready to talk to the beautiful Miss Ebony Scott here. Yay, 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 yeah. Yay. Yes, this is Ebony Scott. She is the when I think about you, I think about the essence and the spirit of a man, the spirit of excellence and truth and entrepreneurship and the heart of a dreamer and just a body of faith. That's what I am at when I see you. This is what I see. So thank you so much.
No problem. I'm excited to be
Yeah.
I'm definitely a dreamer.
Yes. It all starts with that dream,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna dig into what she does exactly. I know we're a show that's based on entertainment and culture, but culture is such a wide.
Yes.
It can embody so many things. You possess so many skills and so many things that we need. As actors, as writers, as directors, because we can be dreamers, but it has to be a business. We have to look at it from a business standpoint. So you have to have an entrepreneurial spirit. So yeah. So y'all ready to get started? Yes. So sitting next to me is the entrepreneur. You inspire me so much, and I look at your journey and I watch what you do on social media, and I'm just like, this is a beautiful Black woman, who's out here doing it. What?
I'm trying.
Yes. So I'm sure y'all like, what does she do exactly? Well, let me tell you, boo. Or let me just give you a little bit, and then we're gonna let her, tell her own story. But she is the CEO and founder of Scott School of Careers.
Yes. Yep.
Yes, which is a healthcare school. It's a CNA school.
Yes. Yep.
So so when did you found this school?
Oh, I have been working on the school for the last couple years.
Mm-hmm.
Back in 2016 is when I made a decision to just move forward with opening the CNA school. I'm a nurse, of course. You can tell, right?
Yes.
But I was a CNA, so I know the importance of having that level of care in our nursing facilities. And I saw a very dire need for us to get back to the basics and make it more about training the people and training them correctly than making sure that we have the check in our pocket. That comes, but we also have to make sure that we're taking it seriously and training our people correctly to take care of our people.
Yes, absolutely.
So they gave me approval in March of this year, after 2 years.
Oh.
And then they rushed me.
Right. I need you to get this done right here, right now. Come on. What you waiting on? Come on.
And I was like, yep, I got it.
Like, I'm ready. I got this. I'm prepared.
You
Yes.
will not stop me.
Absolutely. And you yourself have over 15 years of experience.
Yes.
In the healthcare industry, as a registered nurse. And when you say there was a dire need, you're referring to the Black community.
Yes.
And as far as the healthcare that's needed, is your focus more on, when the senior citizen healthcare, long term, explain, really where that passion came from.
So, I actually worked in suburban communities.
Mm-hmm.
I worked in suburban communities, and in 2009, I joined a company that's based in the city. Well, it's not based in the city. They have lots of city buildings. It was previously the Renaissance, and then we rebranded, and now we're Symphony. So, leaving Oakland and the Bridgeview community and going over to the city, south side, east side. It shouldn't have been a culture shock.
Right.
But it was a culture shock. And it was odd because where I was brown, and I was taking care of, different multicultural people. But then when I was brown, taking care of my brown people, we weren't showing the same love. We didn't have the same compassion. We weren't ready to do what they needed us to do.
Right.
You know, we kind of drug our feet a little bit. The people were suffering in our hands, and I said, you know, this is not what I see when I go that way, but when I come this way, we got to do something about it. And if I could do anything, I'm going to take whatever it is that God placed in me, and I'm going to put it out here.
Wow. And you hit on so many huge points, how we will take care of others outside of our community. And this is in every area. This is not just in healthcare. And then we'll come back to our homes, our communities, and we'll litter, and we'll do different things, and we won't, you know, not covet, but we won't take care of our neighbor, and we won't step up and do things. So it's some very important points that you made. So you created this space where you could properly train people in the areas where, you know, there needs to be those enhancements.
Yes.
You know, you're setting, of course, you got to go by certain standards according to whatever, you know, systems that you have to have set in place. But the core, the essence of your program, you're able to really tune in to those needs mentally, spiritually. You're able to tap into certain things within people that can, you know, make them want to do better and operate in the spirit of excellence. So how did it all start? Back when you made the decision, hey, you know, I want to, there's a lot of different avenues you can go in this world. You know, what really made you want to be a nurse and be in the healthcare field?
Well, healthcare is in my family. I had cousins, my great-grandmother, she worked as a CNA until she was about 60. She wouldn't let it go.
Okay.
Granny was not letting it go.
Oh my goodness.
Granny was not letting it go. And I remember having like a dream of, I was like, I'm going to be an actress, I'm going to be a police officer, I'm going to be a nurse, I'm going to do pediatrics, and I will not do pediatrics. I love the elderly.
Yes.
But it started, you know, as, you know, when I grow up, this is what I'm going to be.
Right.
And one day I went to Chicago Vocational High School, CVS.
Yeah.
So I went there and I'm walking down the hallway, and CVS is a big school.
Yeah.
That's how I knew it was destined. I'm walking down the hallway and I stop and I see it like a board. It's a lot of stuff on the board, but the board said, take a test to become an LPN. So they had a high school-based LPN program, the Chicago Public Schools Practical Nursing Program. I saw that and I was like, this sounds cool. And who would have thought you can be a nurse, you know, while you go to high school? And that's how it started. I was in high school. I took the test. I was 16. I think the junior and senior year, they allow you to half-time high school, half-time nursing program.
Yes.
So at 16, I became a CNA. I worked in a couple hospitals. At 18, when I graduated high school, a month later, I graduated nursing school, and I was an LPN at the time. And it's amazing because at that age, you know, you're very young, but you have people's lives in your hands, literally. And from there, I took a year off because I had my oldest son, and I went to college. I went to St. Xavier. I got my RN, and I've just been moving ever since. So I started from, you know, literally started from the bottom, now we hit. Like, that's how it happened. That's what happened.
Yes, absolutely. So what are some of your, just because you started at such a young age, so what are, you know, some of those moments where were like learning curves for you? You know, maybe you went into a situation with certain expectations and, you know.
Definitely. I was just telling Shell in the car that as we continue to, we have certain values. We have certain things that we're going to follow. We have an internal, there's a point where you're not going to go too far. Like whatever, this is how far I'm going to go.
Right.
So we can't expect everybody to be like that. Everybody won't have the same morals. Everybody won't have the same values. And while I was out there, I was like, well, I'm this kind of nurse, but she's that kind of nurse. And I felt like, you know, as a nurse, period, we all should be doing the
certain
same
things across the board.
Yes. And I had one director of nursing who we recently honored at the past gala. She told me, she said, Ebony, everybody's not going to be like that. They're not.
Right.
And at that point, I had to accept it. I didn't agree, but I had to accept the fact that she was right. a lot of people don't come from this type of background, or they don't
Right.
believe that you should probably do it the right way as opposed to, and also being young, just and being in a place of supervising people that were older than me. So I struggled a little bit in that area. I had to learn, you can't pop off.
Right.
I learned the hard way. Don't pop off.
Right. Like,
don't pop off. You lose your job.
Oh,
I lost
goodness.
one job because I one time. That's
Look.
it. One pop off too many.
She gave it to
one
him.
pop off is one pop off too many. So that one time it was just like, you have to change. You got to humble yourself, and you have to be the bigger person. So learning that over the years, it just transformed, like to transform your mind and the way you thought, and to think before you say something and kind of clean it up, because you don't want to be here and you guys are talking, but somebody's able to bring you down here.
There you go.
You got to be consistent. That's how you get your respect. That's, it's professional.
Right. Absolutely. That's why it's great that you can take all those things that you learn through experiences, and at such a young age you've had years to cultivate yourself in those experiences.
You're right.
Now you can pour that into people in your program. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Because it's just like, I not only want to, just like when people come to me and they're like, Racheal, would you mentor me, or would you do this? I'm like, okay, I want you to understand how I am.
Right.
That I need you to understand how I am. I'm about, the inner you, as well as the outer you. Because if the inner you is all twisted and contorted, there's nothing I can do with the outside of you. Because, it's inside out for me. So I'm just appreciative of someone like you to have a program like that, where you can have someone come in if they're really anxious and ready to be, get their CNA, but they're broken. And maybe they need a little bit something more. Just that fine tuning, you know what I mean? So a program like yours is perfect for that. So while we're talking about the program, I want to let everybody know, the name again of your program, and just how to, and what exactly, you offer in that program, and how to get involved in that as well.
So it's Scott School of Careers, everybody, and we train CNAs, certified nursing assistants. It's that first step that we take when we want to start our healthcare careers usually, and we're in Markham, Illinois. You can find us at www.ssccareers.org if you guys are looking. We take students anywhere from 16 years old all the way up. So
all the way up. You said
we're gonna make a song
right on.
So my youngest student right now is 17, and it's just amazing because you get this blank sheet of paper, and I'm able to write all over her sheet of paper, all the things that I want to pour in there.
Oh, wow.
And you have on the opposite spectrum, you have the older or more mature students, and, it's kind of like, show her mercy, bring her in. Right. We're going to do this together.
Yes.
And we have I had a couple students that just said, I need help with my attitude. That's me right there. With my attitude. I know. We're gonna get the attitude together. We're gonna learn how to do that together. You guys are gonna help me where I am with my attitude. And I'm gonna help you. So it's good. Very good.
Goodness. Yeah. So is this where you can get federal funding to get into your school, or how is it as far as, hey, I want to go to school, but I don't know how I'm going to pay for it? I'm sure you get those questions and everything.
So right now we don't have federal funding. However, because I work for a wonderful company, they will pay for any student 18 and older to go through the program. And all they have to do is work 1 year. Most of the time people are looking for a job anyway.
Yes, so you got a job coming out to get.
We do payment plans.
Yes. Hey, I love you a good payment plan, okay?
And in a couple of years, hopefully, we can apply for some federal funding.
Yes, that's beautiful. Yes. And on top of all this, she does many things. But if you notice what she has on, these are her clothes. These are her designs. So she created a way for nurses, because you guys work so hard, CNAs, nurses, anybody in the medical field, so she's like, you know what, I want to give some style and some, and some glam, to everybody. She has such a wonderful, beautiful line. I'm not even a nurse, but I'm gonna be like, but I love nurses. That's why I'm rocking the gear. You know what I'm saying? But look at this. This is in his lifeguard. Oh my God, lifeguard edition. So yay! She got the satchel here. My nurse. So if you guys have nurse friends, that you want, hey, what is the perfect birthday gift? What is the perfect gift in general? Because it shouldn't have to be a holiday for you to say, hey, you know what, you work so hard, let me give you this. Because who wouldn't want to represent, all the years of schooling, all the dedication, all the hard work? Who wouldn't want to throw on their nurse's gear and go to the grocery store and go and get them avocados and make that avocado salad? And yeah. Who says nurses can't be cute is her motto. What? I know I have some nurse friends and cousins, so you know what y'all getting for Christmas and every other holiday from here to the time. My nurse gear is so cute, and she has so many different styles of this as well. So where can they look at your clothing line, look at your products and purchase your products and all this good stuff?
We are primarily online, so it's www.mynursedesign.com. We do a couple vending. We go out and we vend. So we've been to Miami thus far. Miami was off the chain.
Miami!
We went to Scrub
I'm
Addicts.
getting hyped just thinking about it.
Nurse Jean, she has a scrub line and she's based out of Miami. And when I tell you that they were so, it was like,
oh my gosh,
we're coming through.
What? Yes.
So we do some vending. If you guys want us to come and vend at any events you might have, or we're actually looking for healthcare events to go out and vend at. Also thinking about doing some pop-up shops pretty soon. Working with my team to make sure we get that going, because there'll be some exclusive items that you can only get if you pop up with pop out. You have to pop out with us to get those items. We're working on a plush line, so we're gonna have some more plush items added in there.
Okay, get on up in here, Curry, sister. Come on now. Yeah. Yes, because we have nurses of all shapes and sizes and colors. And this is a line where you can, because I mean, my utmost respect goes out to CNAs, RNs, LPNs, whatever other alphabet is in there. You know, I can only go so far. You know, right?
We got all kinds.
Yes, because it requires so much sacrifice. It requires, your family is sacrificing because you're working 12, 14, 16-hour shifts. You're gone all the time. So if you can rock some gear, not only some gear, but some fly gear, okay, then you feel good about yourself when you're going to work out, when you're going to the grocery store, when you're looking out like, what? Yeah.
Wear it responsibly.
Wear it responsibly.
Somebody's going to know you're a nurse. You better be a good nurse.
Okay, don't be raggedy up in here.
Good nurses, because when they need you, they're going to say,
wearing this gear when you acting raggedy. Okay?
That's a nurse.
Yeah, so wear it with pride.
Yes.
So yeah, you have another big thing. You're working on your masters.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Look, let me just lay back and relax. She's making me tired right now, okay? She running school. She got her whole clothing. Most people can only do one thing, okay? She is taking multitasking to another level. And I'm just like, let me just, girl, you working on your masters.
Couldn't have done it without putting a team together. But yes, the master's program I started earlier this year. I'm out for the summer, but I decided that I wanted to get my master's, and not in nursing.
Not in nursing, guys. Hold on. Hold them up, slow them up.
Not in nursing. I have, changed a lot over the years, and the reason that I've evolved, and it's all because of my relationship with God. So zero no higher when it comes to that. Like, I was talking to one of my friends, and it was kind of like, and he's Spanish, so it was like, he would say like, he would say you the boss, and he'd say, but he said capi. I think it was like something Spanish. Yeah. And I was like, no, I might be a boss, but he's the boss of all bosses.
Yes,
he's the boss of all bosses. So I just have to, first make sure that that's first. Everything else comes after that. And I just thank everybody who, the prayers that go up, because I definitely feel them. I definitely do. But it's been quite the experience, just getting that the knowledge that you need
Yeah.
about, you know, God and different religions, and learning to love people, because that's really what it's all about.
Yes.
Loving people. And
Absolutely.
I love people right where they are. And
Right.
Yep.
Right where they are.
Nothing that I can do. I can love you right where you are.
Because that's what God does.
Yes, He does.
He's like, I'm gonna love you right where you are, and I don't expect, I don't expect. He expects more, but that more comes with a choice. He gives us a choice to be that more. But if we never get to that more, because we all have purpose and a higher calling, you know, the graveyard is full of people, you know, who died with dreams and goals and ambitions. But He gives us a choice. When we love someone unconditionally, you know, we love them right where they're at. That speaks volumes. So, whew, girl, you got.
Praise.
Let me tell you something. Church finger, hold on. Oh my gosh! Yes. So you're working on your master's, and let everybody know, you know, where you're going for that master's, and what that degree is going to be, and what you plan on, you know, how this. Wow, what you plan on doing with it, you know, or you may not know at this point in time where that will lead you, because when you step out on faith and you just moving, you know, it's all not revealed at once. It's like, this is what I need you to do, and I'll give you another nugget and on down the line. So let everybody know, you know, what your degree is and where you're going.
So I'm at Moody Bible Institute. I'm in an online program. Shout out to Moody.
Yes.
And I'm taking up biblical studies, so I'll have my master's. And
oh my God,
where I'm at right now is just learning about what I believe in. Because we put a lot of faith in man. We put a lot of faith in man, and I'm not saying, you know, like men are, you know, men, women, you know, they're teaching in classes, but we put a lot of faith in, you know, men to lead us or guide us. And I've learned over the years that you really just have to know God for yourself. You have to, because if you don't, then you allow people to tell you who your God is.
Yes.
And I don't want that to be the case, because people will expect you to be who they want you to be. And on my Facebook page it says, I am who God called me to be. I can't be anybody else.
Period. Yes, absolutely. And that resilience, and that fight, and that that comes from understanding who you are, and that comes from that foundation that you've built over the years. And it's a beautiful thing. And just, you know, speaking to that resilience, because we all need that foundation, whether you're an actor, singer, writer, whatever. You got to have a foundation. You know, like, although she's not directly in the acting field, she's still a brand. You know, everything that she does embodies that branding. So when we're looking at ourselves and saying, okay, what is my branding stepping out the door? You know, I have this headshot, I have this resume. How do I brand myself? Everything that you are embodies that branding. Your religion, you know, your morals, your guidance, everything embodies that. So when you look at this woman, you're looking at, you know, the essence of who she is. Whether she's a nurse, whether she's a mom, which she is a mom, you know, whether she's doing whatever, she still carries around that same embodiment with everything. And that's what makes her so unique and so wonderful and so beautiful in amongst billions of people. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of insanity up in there too, okay, baby? Because you gotta be, okay?
If they know, I'm crazy.
Right. You know, I would call it controlled chaos, okay?
Yes, controlled chaos.
Yes, absolutely.
Functional.
And we were talking earlier, and when I talk about resilience and what it takes to really embody certain things to keep it moving, you know, you had a very traumatic incident that we were talking about that happened. When did it happen exactly?
It was actually yesterday morning, broad daylight, 8:30 in the morning yesterday.
Yeah, so just, because this blows my mind, but I'm gonna let you tell your story, because it blows my mind. You're sitting here, you're put together, and you know, you're calm, you're cool, you're chill, you know, and who would have known that you went through what you went through yesterday morning? So tell us a little bit about that, Ebony.
I keep, like, I can see it. Like, every time I close my eyes, like, I can see everything that happened. So, I've been taking the metro to work for the past couple weeks, and I know, like, I haven't even told my children. My son, he probably will like fall out.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't tell my children. They're not on Facebook.
Okay, I'm like,
sure
oh no.
They'll figure it out. So I've been taking the metro back and forth, and it's pretty cool. I get to think. I relax. I'm not driving. It's so much mental activity. I know I have a lot of mental activity, so driving, it kind of throws me off sometimes. But I got a message like earlier during the day at work that one of our patients kind of like left.
Yeah.
It's not uncommon. People leave all the time. But I just so happened to be on the train with someone, and I get off the train and I notice, I'm like, it's a little unsafe, we kind of, so I'm my normal, regular, concerned self, I'm like, it's a little unsafe to be out here. They told me you left, and before I knew it, there was no time before I was attacked. I had a bag across my chest, and the person just grabbed the bag, and before I knew it, like, I was hit in the face multiple times, and I heard in my head, I'm like, God, like, do I defend myself?
Yeah.
And it was.
Look at that. Did you hear this woman?
That was the question I asked.
Look, in the midst of it, I mean, this is not. She's being grabbed and she's being pummeled, like hit and grabbed and physically assaulted. And this is not by someone who's small and dainty and she can kind of push off. This is by a full-grown man. Roll. That gives you an idea. This is, like, I mean, even a smaller, strong man can really constrain you and do some damage when you're dealing with a full-grown man that may, that doesn't have everything that he needs up top. Yeah. That's a very dangerous situation. This is not a large woman. And so in the midst of everything, you're thinking about, how can I help this person? Should I fight them back? I don't want to hurt them. Girl.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. So, yeah.
And I was like, for a split second, and I looked them in the eye, and I was like, it's like you have to fight. You have to defend. You have to at least get free from this. So that lasted I felt it was probably the longest 60 seconds of my life.
That's a long time when something traumatic is happening.
It felt like 60 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
It felt like 60 minutes. And a gentleman came up and he was able to kind of stop everything, and I was able to call the police, get a police report done. I got a couple team members that came over and got me, and it was back to business.
Back to business, because where were you on your way to?
I was on my way to work to prepare for our grand reopening. We just did a $3 million renovation, and it was a lot of people counting on me, and I had to make sure that I had it together, and we rocked it out. So my team is good.
Yes.
I'm good. I live to tell about it.
Woo! Yes, because it could have went very different. Mm-hmm. And then to speak towards your resilience, and even as actors and different, sometimes you're going to have a fight with your boyfriend before you go to an audition. Sometimes you're going to get into a car wreck and you still got to make it there. Baby, you got to shape up, and you got to be able to brush your shoulders off and, okay.
Use that moment.
Let's do this. Let's rock and roll. So that speaks to your resilience, which is something that's needed in whatever you do. Whether you're a car salesman, whether you work at a food bank, whatever you do, you got to have that resilience and that perseverance and that, go on, brush your shoulders off. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so glad to be talking to you today.
Yes.
Over here looking beautiful, not a bruise, not anything else.
Nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
right. Well, she had to hit him with that flex. Like, you better, book. You better be playing with.
Still got it.
Right. Absolutely. So, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
It happened. The CEO and the COO of the company, he actually called me this morning. He was like, man, Ebbs, I heard what happened. I'm glad you're good. And he's like, you're just trying to do your job, and you didn't deserve it. And I was like, I'm good, I'm good.
And when people see you keep it moving, somebody's always watching.
Yep.
They're like, oh, okay, I can keep it moving too. Yes, I'm beat down, I'm battered, I'm bruised, I'm emotionally unstable. I feel I want to take my life. But she kept it moving. So let me just take one more step. So somebody's always watching.
Absolutely.
Regardless of what we're doing, how we're doing it, when we're doing it, somebody is always watching it. So when you see her in this gear, that she embodies what this gear represents. And she embodies what we all should represent on the inside, which is love, respect, power, you know, even having strength in the midst of.
Yes. Let my struggles be your motivation.
Yes, absolutely. And then I do want to get into, because you also talk about the facility where you actually do the work that you do, because you have the school and you have a facility. So you can explain it definitely way better than I can.
So the school or where I work?
Where you work at.
Okay, so
yes. Because where you work at is at the place where, like, you can, when you go to school, and if you want to get funded, you know, from is this the same company that you work for? That gives that okay.
So the school that I have, the CNA school, is in Markham, and I work on the south side of Chicago. I came into the company, I've been in the company almost 9 years now. I came into the company as an assistant director of nursing. My girlfriend, Jamea, she was our director of nursing at the time. So her and I came as a team to one of the city buildings, and from there, I kind of like continued to grow in the company. I became a director of nursing at the place where I am now. And I was a director of nursing for 2 years, which I mean is awesome. Yeah. But it's awesome. It's an awesome thing, especially if you have the heart to do the job. It's not a title thing. And a lot of times people get caught up in the title, and that title comes with a lot of responsibility, I'm telling you. A lot. And you know, when you can't take that heat, you can't take the heat, they gonna walk you out or you gonna walk out. They gonna walk you out or you gonna walk out.
This way, that way.
Pick your poison.
Right.
But I sat and I did that job for 2 years, and on the flip side of that, so that's as far as you go inside the facility as a nurse with your career. But there's an administrator who's over the entire operation. So the administrator, that was, you know, so when we got to the point where we had no administrator, I said, you know, I'm here. I know that if I take it another notch up, I could affect the change wider. Everything was all about how far you can go with changing the situation. As an assistant director of nursing, you could do so much to change that. And then as a director of nursing, you could do so much to change that part. But becoming an administrator was, it was not, I didn't even go to school for it. I'm a nurse. I'm a nurse to the core. Nobody knows, like, healthcare is my life. I branded it. It's my life. So becoming an administrator was like, oh, it's numbers and it's money and what am I doing? But it's been great. It's been great. It's been great. And to have that clinical piece as well, it brought so much to the table, where the directors of nursing were able to come in, and just building a team from there, it's seamless. The transition was seamless. So being an administrator, it's a tough job. It's tough. You have way more responsibility. You over that entire program. If something goes wrong, literally, like, your license is on the line. Your license is on the line.
Wow.
Criminal charges can be brought up against you if something goes wrong.
That's a big responsibility.
It's serious. It's definitely a job to take serious, and not just to say, I want the title.
Wow.
The title is,
In this facility, it holds over 200 beds for...
We're a 248 bed facility. Right now, we probably have about 200, a little less than 230 patients.
Wow.
With that, you have about 200 family members. Those are, it becomes more. And then you have about 300 staff members. So right there, you got about 500 people that you're responsible for.
Wow.
You're responsible for that operation. But I love it. Every day I love it. It's something every day I love it.
Oh my. And you had a philosophy, and I want you to say it about being, you were so passionate about what you do that you branded it.
The woman who was so passionate about her career that she branded it.
Oh, I love that. Yes. So when you look back at that 16-year-old girl who walked in that school, who looked on that board and said, eh, I'm going to go and take the test. Did you ever imagine that you'll be sitting here right now with all these, oh my God, accolades, all the lives that you're changing and all the things that you're doing, that journey.
Never.
How many times did you have to get out of that, be uncomfortable? Because I truly believe that in order for you to grow, oh my gosh, you got to get so uncomfortable. She was like, ooh, numbers, administrator, ooh, but it's necessary for you to jump outside. Emails, ooh.
What is this?
You know?
How about I get a shot, pass some pills,
oh my
start an
goodness.
IV? I'm good at that.
Yes, absolutely. And it was so funny. I was looking at a post that you made about CNAs and nurses. I guess maybe there's I don't know if it's an internal beef or every job they have this thing.
Yeah.
You know, where it's just like, you know, we both kind of do the same job. My job is just I'm this and you're that. So don't be that. So that so it was so funny because you were just like bloop de blah 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 de blah de blah blah blah. Y'all need to do this and we need to work together. Blah. And this one lady kind of went in like, but blah 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 blah. So kind of because I don't know all the details, I was cracking up reading. I was like, go, Ebony, yes, my girl. So what is this internal? Like you're a CNA and I'm an RN,
yes,
so baby, you do this and I do that. So what is that whole internal? That's so crazy, but it exists, you know, just like the police officer and the mall cop and the security, like, well, I'm a police officer.
It's just like that.
You know, you're a flashlight cop, you know.
It's just like that.
So it kind of explained, you know, that beef because it's funny, but it's reality. People have to work in these environments, you know, where it's like I went to school, you know, I'm paying off a loan, you know, I'm educated, so I want the same respect, and I want us to all work together to make the best out of this situation. So kind of give us a little background on that.
So it exists. It's unfortunate. I was a CNA, so I know all of everything, you know, leading up to becoming an RN. I was CNA, then LPN, then RN. So I don't pick sides. At the end of the day, I'm a CNA.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to take care of my patient.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes. If it takes for me to have to shower the patient, or if you have to do something that people feel like, you know, that's the CNA's job. We can't take care of people effectively if we're divided.
Yeah.
We're together.
Yeah,
you have to work together. You have to. And that's not to say that all nurses are bad or all the CNAs are good, because it's just as wrong if, you know, one person is not pulling their weight. If a CNA is not pulling her weight, she's wrong. If the nurse is not pulling her weight, you got a license. That's it. Yeah. That's it right there. So it's kind of like, it's so funny because I'm always the one that's on the, well, if the CNA gets in trouble, I say, well, the nurse in trouble too.
Right.
She's in charge. She's in charge. She didn't effectively make sure that the patient was being taken care of. You cannot just say that, you know, our CNAs are in trouble. We have to make sure we maintain our patients. Yes. We have to make sure we understand that we're not above doing something that you feel is beneath you. Because nothing is beneath you as a nurse.
Yes.
Nothing is beneath you.
I love that. I love
you signed up, and everything now belongs to you. You direct the care. And the CNA that's important. That part of the job, that's the most crucial part of the job. That's your eyes, those are your ears. Those are the people that, you know, they're at the bedside and you're at the desk, you're in the chart. So we want to make sure that we take care of our CNAs, and you have to embrace, you know, that level of care, because it's hard. It's not just mentally hard. Nurses can be mentally drained, you know, but our CNAs, you know, that's a physical, mental. Just think about the difference in the pay, things like that. And one of the worst things I've heard is that, you know, well, if they have a problem, then they should go back to school. That's cruel.
Yeah, it is.
It's cruel,
guys. Yeah.
And everybody's not able, or everybody, you know, that's not everybody's calling. But when when you work together, it just like I said in the video, peanut butter and jelly. You got a good day right there.
Right. It's like the arm is not gonna disrespect the leg. We all a part of this one body. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing
together.
right now. We all locked.
And I don't dance. And I'm pulling my pants.
Right. To the right. Lean back. Hey, yes. Oh my gosh. You know, one day there's gonna be a story. Maybe I'll be the one, you know, directing and writing and producing. But you know what I'm saying? You know, get me some abs of steel, and maybe I can be Ebony on film. You know what I'm saying? ain't quite there yet, but you know I'm working.
Y'all don't mess around, and I'm being flipped the script on the action. Mama gonna have me act. She put me in an acting group, and I was
okay, like hold on, okay, look, yes, okay, you done did everything you can do in the nursing field, baby. It's time to get over here. You know what I'm saying? Come on, you know Mara be on. I'm like, Mara, wait. I'm like, how did I get involved in this, Mara? I'm like, I told you I didn't want. Okay, yeah, I'll be there, you know. Got another role. I'm like,
stay away from the light. Stay away from the light.
Yes, Barbara Foster, my producer. Let me tell you something. The multitasker of the century right here. I look up and I'm in a movie and I'm in a play and I'm like, wait a minute. Well, did I audition? I'm like, hold on, wait. I'm like, what? Barbara? Yes. She be on it, don't be playing. The Heart of Gold, one of the most beautiful people on the inside and outside. You know, I love you behind the camera. Bam! Boss! Yes. Love it. Oh my goodness.
She probably has your resume like.
Girl, she probably got it somewhere and look be like, Racheal, you know, I just sent it over to this and I just want you to be ready. And I'm like, ready for what? Yes, so big shout out. It's an honor just to be amongst, you know, beautiful women, you know, and this is not an external thing. You guys are beautiful externally, but just that inside, the core of who you are, you know, just embodies just beauty and just virtue and just the struggle. Everything makes us who we are, you know. And when you can be around people like that, it just inspires you, it builds you, you know. When you're able to be like, girl, I'm tired. Oh Jesus. Oh my gosh, you know.
Your circle matters.
Boom, 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 boom. Your circle is very important in whatever field that you're in, you know. And just a 16-year-old girl, I can just imagine you looking up at that billboard and seeing this thing and said, okay, I'm gonna try this. And it's a testament, you know. We all, you know, whether you believe in God or not, whether you whatever, we all have that internal spirit, that internal voice that talks to you and says, okay, just do it. Listen to that voice, you know. Just do it. Go on, take the test, because you never know where it's going to lead you. She's sitting up here, CEO and founder of a school, administrative director of, you know, all these big fancy words. You know what I mean? Of this program where she's like over, you know what I'm saying?
Those big fancy words.
You know, CNA, LPN, RN, ABCDEF, GN. You know. And so it's just a testament that there has to be a level of resilience. There has to be a level of fight. You know, the word says, for the kingdom of God suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force. What I feel that means is that we are the kingdom of God. You know, and we got to take everything that we need and want by force. Whether it's your relationship, whether it's your career, whether it's, you know, whether it's you digging in deep, learning that script. You know, you have to have something in you that's willing to fight and get knocked down. And fight again, be bruised, and fight again. So you embody all those things. So I'm so excited for you, where everything is going. You know, got the nurse's gear up in the house, and I'm gonna wear it, and I ain't even gonna be no nurse, but I'm gonna wear it with pride because I have nurses in my life, you know, that I know sacrifice a lot to do what you do.
Yes,
you
like
know,
I said, before we got here.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
It's like cold blues, and we were there first, and then we had to come over here.
Yeah, and still got here on time. It was before time, baby. So yes, so
save
just
a life. We don't get glad about
yes, it's all about it. So what is just if you had a few things that you can say just to anybody out there just building, just starting, because you're an entrepreneur, you're a mother, you're an entrepreneur, you have so many different elements, how do you balance it all out, first of all, because the balance is huge. It's hard to finagle things and still have a little time for yourself, because self is important too, guys. It ain't always about doing the work for somebody else. It's about taking care of yourself too.
Yes.
So balance and just anything that you can say to people about just trying to get started on an entrepreneurial level, with things that they're passionate about.
I would say that go with your gut. You definitely want to go with your gut.
Mm-hmm.
You always need at least one person that you hold at a high standard. Somebody that you look up to. Somebody that's wise. And if you don't think you have that person, I promise you, if you pray for that person, God will drop that person in your lap. There have been several instances where I literally had to pray, okay, God, send me a woman who is strong, who is powerful, who has been around, who has done more, seen more. I need her to pour into me. Wow. Because after you pour out so much,
right,
you got to get that back. You need to be filled back up. So that's huge right there. And don't worry about what the people say. The people are going to say a whole lot of things. You have to be focused. You have to let stuff bounce off of you. I know that we have to get there. It wasn't a time that I could do that.
Yeah.
But you have to know that what you're doing is bigger than somebody distracting you. The distractions are going to come. I've had several distractions this week. But I have learned over the years that those distractions are going to come, and you have to let certain things bounce off of you. Sometimes you can't respond to everything. You can't take things personal. You have to make sure that you understand that if you want to do it, there's nothing and nobody that's going to be able to stop you. And try to be consistent about that.
Right.
Be good to people, support other people. And I just believe that if your heart is good, God's going to give you your heart's desire anyway.
Absolutely. And how can we contact you in regards to your school or in regards to your clothing line as well?
So the school, if you guys are interested or know somebody who wants to become a CNA or get their health career started in the healthcare, it's www.ssccareers.org. So that's to become a CNA. And then you also have My Nurse Design, where, of course, you can purchase cute, sporty, nursey, fun, comfortable nursing gear. There's a lot you can get. You can get hats, you can get tanks, tees. We got winter, we got bags. We want to expand.
You got yoga pants and athletic pants.
Yeah.
We like yoga pants, boo. Like, where my yogas? Okay.
Some nice yoga pants that make it sit just right.
Oh my goodness. We like, but like, oh, what?
Who says nurses can't be cute?
Okay. Absolutely.
And of course, that's www.mynursedesign.com. You also can see us or follow us on IG, My Nurse Design, and Facebook, My Nurse Design. Scott School of Careers is also Facebook, and then Scott School Careers is on Instagram. We just recently started a new page called No Scrubs with a Z. No
Scrubs. Okay, focus.
That's it right there.
You back.
No Scrubs FS, because we have a fashion show coming up in October. We have a fashion show coming up in October for breast cancer awareness.
Yes.
We're going to have some breast cancer survivors. Man, it's going down, Racheal J. We got people flying in from New York.
Whoa.
We got people flying in from Colorado.
Yes.
We're gonna try to get scrub addicts in the building.
Oh my gosh.
We wanna have Chicago. We're gonna put it on the map. We're gonna my partner Nurse Marty.
Nurse Marty, hi Nurse Marty.
Hey Nurse Marty. He has his own clothing line. It's Black Cross Clothing. So when I tell you that, I know I love community and people, but when I see him and how he goes out there and he sacrifices a lot, it just our team, you know, where we are in Chicago, because he's based out of Milwaukee, is just so much love. There's so much love. And Miners Design and Black Cross fashion show. It's coming up, you guys. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be huge. You don't want to miss it. We got the Millen twins. They're gonna hit the runway.
Whoa, like yeah, that was a little creepy, but
we're gonna have some exclusive pieces. You don't want to miss it. It's exclusive. We're going hard. We coming. It's just, I'm excited.
Yes.
I never imagined it, but it's coming.
Wow, but it's here. So if someone wants to get involved, on any, are you offering places for vendors to get in there?
Yes.
Are you looking for models? Are those areas still open, or are you just selling tickets at this point?
We're definitely taking vendor requests. So I have a few people already lined up that are going to be there. Reach out to us, email us at noscrubsfs@gmail.com. Remember that Scrubs has a Z and not a S. Email us there for vending opportunities. We want to get all the brands, you know, Chicago, come through. So we want to support, so make sure we get our tickets. We have VIP tickets, general admission tickets, and it'll be a door fee as well. So I know sometimes we have those latecomers. They're going to want to come in. It's just going to be great. We actually have a couple speakers, breast cancer survivors, a daughter who supported her mom all the way through the process. One of our performers, his mom actually passed from breast cancer, so it's gonna be personal. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge.
Oh my goodness! What is the event called again? Because you have a Facebook. You have an event.
There's
made up for Facebook.
Yes. So it's No Scrubs Night of Fashion. You can find the Facebook page. So No Scrubs with a Z. Night of Fashion. NITE. Spell everything wrong. So No Scrubs Night of Fashion, and on Instagram is No Scrubs FS. If you're not already following, go ahead and check us out. We've been posting a few things, and man, I'm excited.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited.
We got a guy named Kale, and we got Jenny Fair coming from New York. We're trying to get Casey, who's based out of Chicago. She's now in Cali. We just want to do it.
Yes. It sounds like a beautiful event. You know, me and Mara are going to have to be up in the building, you know what I'm saying? Yes, but we thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy. She got gifts?
We want your gifts.
Girl, I love some gifts. You ain't going to get anything better than playing.
Yeah, we got gifts.
Oh my God. Come on. Look, you know what?
She's so cute.
She's so adorable. Oh my goodness.
And she got good eyes.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
So we got you a gift.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. Hey, you better stop playing. My nurse lifeguard edition, baby. I'm putting my hat on right now. What? Can't tell me I can't draw no birds. I can't. I won't even try it, but I'm acting like I can. What? Y'all like that?
You gotta bang that to the right or the left.
What? You gotta bang? Okay.
I'll go to the left.
What?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Thank you. Oh my
gosh. I actually got to
look at this girl. She is got the red pumps on and everything. This girl is too bad. She knows she bad. Yes, thank you. Look at this, guys. Oh my gosh. It's so many different styles to her. Oh my gosh. From sporty to tank tops. Oh my gosh. If you're a nurse,
gotta love it.
I'm telling you, you deserve to walk around and represent, you know, all your hard work. And this is some beautiful sporty gear. Summer, fall, winter, everything. Oh my gosh. I'm loving it. And this girl, look at her. Modeling up in here. Look at her. Look at all that.
What's crazy is I hate to be the model.
Really? And you do it so well. You know what I mean? I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Bam. Can't tell me nothing right now. But just know, and then it's a flyer for your.
Oh, that's a flyer for the school.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the time frame for earning your CNA?
Oh, that's a good card right there.
Look.
The
Oh,
time frame,
wow.
so we do classes 5 to 8 weeks. Weekend classes, we kind of like mix it up for the working mom, dad, school, whatever that may be. So
Yes.
mix it up for you.
And look at this. I'm gonna read this right quick.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
Success didn't come easy. It took blood, sweat, and tears. I know it looks simple, but I crawled first.
I crawled first.
That's so powerful. Because I always say, it don't matter how you get to that finish line. Just get there. It don't matter if you're crawling. You know, just, oh my God, ain't got nothing left in you. Just go. Just get through there. So thank you so much. I'm so excited about everything that you're doing and all the lives that are going to be saved and blessed and fulfilled.
Amen.
Because you stepped out on faith and followed your dreams and did what you're doing right now. So hey, we are on the scene with Ebony Scott. And don't forget, guys, your purpose is undeniable. Oh my gosh. Live beyond societal barriers.
Yes.
And never, ever stop laughing. Hey, I'm Racheal J. You're on the scene. This is Ebony Scott. Queen Scott up in here. Yes. And thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Until next time, you know we love you.